Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jaden Hammond, and I think the world should have fucking ended in 2020. After how the past few years have gone, like 2020's 1, 2, and 3, the world should have ended with COVID. COVID should have been like the last straw. We should have just been done with it after COVID. And 2020 in general, COVID, the government tells us aliens are real, and murder bees, and forest fires, and this, that, and everything else that was going on. Every year has gotten worse since, and COVID has since gone away. I don't understand why nobody else is seeing what's going on, but we're currently in Cold War 2.0 and on the brink of World War 3. And in 2021 and 2, there was a supply shortages, and vaccines weren't working, and then they were working, and then they weren't working, and everybody should wear a mask or shouldn't wear a mask, and it was so crazy. What the fuck was going on? We handled that so badly. We should have not done any of what we did, honestly. It was so messed up. There are so many videos of people just going at each other's throats for not having a cloth mask on their face. And people were wearing bandanas and shit. Ain't no way is a bandana stopping COVID. It can barely stop people from recognizing you, let alone a disease that we can't see with the naked eye. There's no way in hell that would have stopped it. And we were boxing each other for toilet paper. An item that wasn't gonna go out of stock anyway. We had lots of toilet paper. I worked at a Walmart. There was lots of toilet paper, and then everybody just started going ballistic over it. We couldn't get it out of the trucks quick enough. They would come back to the truck and take it. And it's what in the actual hell? What did COVID do to our brains that we're still not recovered from? Nobody, society has changed now because of COVID, and it's still an ongoing thing. Now, Cold War 2.0. Russia, why I say we're in Cold War 2.0. 40s and 50s, China kicks all the non-communist Chinese people out of Taiwan. Now they're trying to take Taiwan again like they were doing way back when. 50s, 60s, we had JFK running for president and being president, and now we have JFK's nephew running for president. And he is saying the same shit that JFK was saying, and they are totally gonna shoot RFK Jr. At this point, it's like a family reunion thing for the CIA, I guess. It's no, I want to shoot him, but you got to shoot the last Kennedy. I want to shoot this Kennedy. They shot JFK and RFK Sr. because JFK said, and I quote, "I will take the CIA, shatter it to 1,000 pieces, and scatter them to the wind." And they shot that fucker. He said that while he was president, and it took them less than a decade to shoot him. And now RFK Jr. said the same thing in his announcement speech, and he was also RFK was saying that JFK was a CIA job. He's saying that Lee Harvey Oswald did not act alone at all. And he said that while he was at his father's assassination, RFK Sr., who was running for president at the time, that he saw somebody come up behind and pow, right in the back of the head. Now, I'm not saying that witness testimony is always perfect, but I think a son would remember his father's assassination pretty clearly. And now we've got the Russia-Ukraine situation, which has been going on for a little over a year now. And why? I get that we kind of started it because we were increasing NATO, encroaching on Russia's borders. Granted, big, very big overreaction. We didn't need to start a war over this. We probably could have negotiated our way out of this. And now we're just funneling money and weapons, and apparently now we have spec ops over there just fucking shit up. Why? This is our new proxy war. That's why Cold War 2.0 60s, 70s, 80s, Vietnam, Ukraine war. Granted, we're not in Ukraine yet, but you just wait. We will be. And it's not going to be fun for anyone. And music's cool again. Like, music's great now. I don't listen to any of, like, I don't know who Ice Spice or Doja Cat is, because it's just not my music. But, like, metal's awesome right now. There's a bunch of good bands. And music in general, like concerts, man, concerts are awesome. They make me not want to kill myself. Like, I'm great most days, but there'll be some days where I'm, like, circling which gun I want to get out of the magazine like a kid around Christmas, and like, ooh, I wonder how the barrel of that one tastes. And then I'll go to a concert, like a metal concert, and I'll have some of the best nights of my life have been at concerts. And I'll get home from the concert, and I'll look like a crackhead who just took cocaine. I'll be like, I can't kill myself. I gotta go to more concerts. There's more people to meet. There's more music to listen to. And I don't know. I don't know why concerts do it for me. Like, some people go to therapy. Some people meditate. I lift weights and listen to angry music in person. And I don't know why I do it. You know, it just works for me. Whatever works, works, you know? And, yeah. It's, like, not everybody understands the screaming. Not everybody likes the heavy guitar and the drums and everything. And I love it. It's like some people listen to, like, Katy Perry and they're smiling. And there are two ways to listen to metal music. You're either with, like, permanent orgasm faces, or you are stone-faced, two hands on the wheel, just trying to get through the day because everything sucks behind you. But either way, you got the metal music, and that's just helping so much. And a lot of my LGBTQ friends go to metal shows. I got nothing wrong with that. Before these next jokes, I got nothing wrong. Like, I have no hate for the LGBTQ community. It's just some bad experiences in my youth. When I was young, like 14, 15, me and my friends would all go to fires and have a blast. And there were two houses and an apartment building. And we all went to the second house, and this old homosexual man from the apartment building, he was always kind of around, hanging out. And this one night, we were all at a fire at the second house, and he comes by. I am too drunk to move. All of the adults are either inside or also too drunk to move. And this man looks at me in my camo PJs and a t-shirt and says, "You look cold. I'm going to get you a blanket." Runs back inside, gets the blanket, and then he doesn't just throw the blanket over me. He snuggles up next to me like I'm his like I'm his pal. And he throws the blanket over me and an arm over me. And I was too drunk to move. I don't remember anything of this night. This is like a story my friends told me the next morning. And this guy could have got a free Epstein W on me. Like, he could have Father McFeely me. I have no idea. I was too drunk to move, too drunk to know what was going on. He could have, like, under the blanket, and I'd be none the wiser. Free dub for that guy. And then, I don't know why these guys just kept inviting me to their gay friends. I think I gave off, like, super homosexual vibes or something. But there was this other kid my age. He was in, like, high school too. And we were mutual friends, so we'd all hang out together in this big group. But then he was, like, slowly, like, singled me out. And he was like, "Hey, man, you want to come, like, learn to ride horses?" And I was like, "Dude, fuck yeah," because I've never ridden a horse before. And I'd, like, do that. You know, we'd hang out. We'd, like, snap back and forth. Nothing sexual. I'm not gay. I didn't, like, anytime he, like, leaned into it a little bit, I would, like, lean away. And then one day he just texted me and he's like, "Hey, man, I got a science experiment to show you." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, bud? What's that?" He's like, "You need to let me blow you." And I was like, "What? No." And he was like, "But if I blow you and you get hard, we know you're gay. And I was like, I don't think that's how it doesn't have a brain. So I think it's just like a dog. It's not like, I don't want to play with that guy. I think my wiener is just like, oh, somebody wants to play? Who wants to play? Let's play. You know? And he just was like, no. If I blow you and you get hard, we know you're gay because I'm a guy, you're a guy, so you have to be gay then. He just wouldn't take the hint that no means no. And I just don't understand. Like, why do you want to... That doesn't make any sense. Like, it's a light switch. It's not like a computer program designed to know what it wants. Like, this wants women. This doesn't give a fuck what is touching it. I fall down at like when I'm drunk sometimes, and I'll stand up and it, you know, it's just doesn't make any sense. But yeah. Hopefully you laughed. Hopefully I didn't offend you too hard. Have a good day.